year to go through. I want to thank you because I know there is nothing that happens under the sun that you do not allow and that you do not use for our benefit. This pain that she's feeling right now, I ask for the Lord that you cover her with your wings, you comfort her, you give her strength, and you ease on the pain in her heart, Father. There is nothing that you're not.
It's a beautiful evening, and of course, my good name is Trudik, your queen of content. And today I'm here with the beautiful queen, of course, the DJ herself, DJ Kezz. And where? I'm so happy by it. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I know.
It's been a long minute. Umenitupa.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you
Should
too.
get a hug.
Ni mtu wangu sana
my girl.
wandani. Yeah. How have you been?
I've been awesome.
You're looking good.
Oh, thank you. You
Hebu
too.
tugawie hii pesa cause we
May God mazee. We thank the Lord. Pesa zinakam, zinakuja kwa wingi, but nasema amen from your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah.
Eh.
And I'm happy for you. You're doing a good job.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much,
You
Wantia.
know, ukiangalia a lady anajituma, anatoa vitu kali, lazima ufurahie. Personally, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so inspired and excited. You're doing awesome. Women out here need to see other women pushing themselves and reaching limits and breaking barriers, and that's what you are doing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and
So, I think I'll just go straight to the point because I have a lot to talk with you. But now, let me just go straight to the point about now the song that you released recently with Obinna.
Yes.
Ningependa kujua what inspired the song because okay, Kezz umetoa songs mingi sana.
Yeah.
And also tuambie different nini unaona tofauti kwa hiyo song apart from these other songs that have been released.
Yeah, I have released a lot of songs this year, but Fire, which is now about 3 or 4 days old,
Yes.
was one of the tracks that I really love because one of the hooks that I have put in that song ni kitu tume sing since back then. Mimi napenda ku bring my memories of my childhood.
Yes.
I bring them forward and I put them even in my music because it's inspired me, right? So I love Moto Milka, that part. I love it.
Yes.
But also, this song I really like it because it is the song. It's not the normal DJ Kezz kind of music.
Yes.
This is praise, and I love praising. And as an artist, I feel like these days we have a lot more of worship music than praise music. So it was a perfect combination of Obinna, who has a lot of energy and hype in his music, with me, I have a lot of hype and energy in my music to do fire, and not just any kind of fire, but the fire of Christ in us coming through that project. And what did you think of it? Is it fire?
It's fire.
It's fire.
It's fire.
You heard it, guys.
Now let's talk about Obinna. You just mentioned him, and that was my next question.
Yes.
Are you working with him?
Yeah.
Because so many people would want to know why you worked with Obinna. We know, yes, Obinna does an amazing job.
Yeah.
And you doing that song with him, yani ilileta vibe ingine top.
Sana.
What really pushed you, or what do you love about Obinna?
Yes.
And you decided to do that song with him. Kuna songs maybe mengi labda, but you chose to do that song Fire.
Yes.
Moto na yeye.
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, Obinna, I met him when I did an interview at his show.
Yeah.
When I met him, Obinna is a very easy and the energy that he has is very warm and inviting. So we had a very nice interview. Tulipomaliza nikashukuru, and then we left. But I had told him I wanted to do something. There's something I'm planning to do, hopefully this coming December, and I wanted to include him as part of the team that we'll use for that. So when we were discussing that on the phone, I told him, you know what, we're going to meet in person with the entire team, and we did. And then the idea came of, oh, by the way, do you like doing gospel songs more? Would you like to maybe collaborate on one with me? I said, yes, I'd love to. Do you have an idea in mind? Hapo kwa meza with the entire team pale. Would you have an idea in mind? I'm like, yes, I have this idea. I gave it to him. He was like, I love it and I know what I want to do with it. He said, send me that demo right now. As I called my producer, I couldn't find him on the phone. I called producers, but anyway, I couldn't find him on the phone, and then we went. That day, he told me he's going to the studio the same day. He wants to see what he can change. I didn't find the song. 2 days later, I found the song, and I sent it to him. He had gone to Kitale. There was something they were doing. Yes, demo Facebook Homecoming. He said, no, now I can't handle it. When I come back, I'll look for you. When he came back, the day after, we were in the studio, and the Sunday after that, we were shooting that video. Can I tell you truly, with how much Obinna pushes himself and how much he does, and how big of an artist or as a brand he is easily the smoothest and the most easiest person to work with. I had this shoot happened in a week. From the recording to the shoot, everything was in a week. But Obinna was the easiest person to work with. And he's busy. You can see he's busy. He's not busy ile ya kusema. You can see. Yeah. So we vibed. He treated everybody in the set, because I had my people come through. My entire team was there. My dancers were there. Flamers dance crew, walikuwa, Boy P director. Everybody was vibing, and we had an amazing time and created Moto. Why Moto is because, as I said, energy and vibe. This is the kind of music that is very much said Obinna and very much said DJ Kezz. So it was perfect combination.
Okay. And working with Obinna, what are some of the things that you've learned from him? Because you've just said personally I've interacted with Obinna, and you not lying, whatever you're saying is true. He's a good person who really, he's the most, you can approach him easily. He's accommodative, and what are some of the things that you've learned from him? Zenye hata mwenyewe unasema I'll do this, at least learn from Obinna, na if I do this I'll go far.
Trust my instinct and my gut. When we went to the studio, Obinna kept saying, let's try this, let's try this. And the producer would say, no, this sounds better. He's like, no, let's put it there. Making sure your voice is heard. And that's something that I have been building over time. And I like that. And also the other thing is, don't bother what the people are saying if that thing resonates with your soul vizuri. Kama roho yako imeikubali, usijali kelele za huku nje. Kelele za chura zizi zuia ng'ombe kunywa maji. So he told me, block those comments, don't look at them, don't respond to them. You keep doing what you gotta do. And that's what I've been doing, and I love it. I love it. Ni karibu wiki mbili sasa sijawahi soma comment yote ya social media.
Sisi tunapitia comments na we see a lot, watu wanaongea hivi, wanaongea hivi, wewe ni gospel artist, mbona ufanye songs sijui, na vitu kama hizo, of which huwa tunaona Obinna akitoa even gospel songs. So nashanga mbona watu wako so bitter like, DJ Kezz sijui umetoka nje ya God, sijui vitu kama hizo. I'm like, vitu kama hizo najua umezisikia. How are you going about it? How are you handling such?
It's unfortunate because it's the Christians, or let me just say, because it's the truth, it's us who are in Christ that we want to keep Christ. We want to keep this gospel yetu. Fai kufikia watu wengine, unafanya aje kazi na mtu mwenye ni was. No, I cannot keep Christ. I will do everything possible. As I've said, I was not called just for the Christians. Mimi nitaenda tu anywhere. I will go. I have said that, and I will go. You should watch this space. I'm going.
You're going. Watch this space.
Watch this space.
And looking at the song, it's a big song. Even looking at the dancers, the quality of the video, everything is top.
Yes.
Unaweza tuambia iliku cost mangapi hivi, milioni ngapi? Because the song is
God. Can I even quantify how much
maybe
it
the
is?
approximate? Watu wasione tu ni kama Kezz, you really worked for it.
Everything from the creation of the song to the logistics, to the sets, to videography. My director is a very expensive guy. to the dancers, and there were many, if you could see.
Yeah,
the Lord provided. The Lord provided. Almost 1.5, 1.6 for everything. Approximately.
There is money. Lakini hiyo song ina deserve hiyo pesa.
I think it's very important to put that quality because we want to give longevity, and also the fact that I don't think our God is a poor God. So haziwezi kuwa hizi zingine zinashutiwa in 4K alafu zetu zinashutiwa in 360.
Ama 1080.
Ama 1080 hata ni better. 360, 120 hata kuna video 120, but I'm very thankful because I have a lot of people who support my ministry. By the way, Trudy, I'm not the only person who gives into this ministry. There are people out there who call me, who say, hey, DJ Kezz, I'm blessed by what you do. Take this, do a video with it. Take this, record an audio with it, and things like that. And I appreciate that because that for those who can't sing, for those who can't go, they have been able to enable me who can go to go even further. So I'm thankful for that.
Amazing. So should we expect more collabo with it? Because niliona comment section watu wana request more collabo from you and Obinna. So should we expect more collabo from the two of you?
We have not talked about it, but just because of how the first experience was, I'd be very much open to another one. Yes, wow. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. We can't wait. Sisi kama team Kezz, team Obinna, we are ready for you guys. And I'm so happy that the song is iko pale. When hawaja watch, you guys should go DJ Kezz. I'll pin the link on this video hapa chini. Muende watch song Road to 1 million. Sawa? Yes. Yeah. Amen. So Kezz, before you release this song, ulienda kidogo chini ya maji ukapotea kidogo. What were you up to? Mambo iliendaje? Utuambie ni nini ilikuwa? Jua hadi kulifika mahali uko like, Kezz ni kama amequit muziki nini vitu kama hizo. Jua lazima watu waongee.
Yes. I had those ones. There was somebody that I had worked with before who made a very terrible comment. Acha nianze tu hapo. Akasema niliwaambia huyo dema kuna mali anaenda. Unaona amepotea. I know, right? Anyway, I thank the Lord because I was almost dying, Trudy. I had been sick for a very long time. I had chronic migraines for more than a year. Na nilikuwa najipush tu. So every time I'd go anywhere where there's loud music, like strong smells, even baridi hata moto, yani ilikuwa imekuwa any sense ikikuwa to touch TV. I'm in pain for the next 3-4 days in bed. And I had, nilikuwa nimeanza hii mwaka nikisema tu this year testimony, blessings nini, mwaka kufosi wapi, kaliniweka chini. So a series of events happened. I got unwell, went to the hospital, got admitted in the hospital, moved houses because where I was, it was not safe. So I moved somewhere where it was safer. 1 week into moving, my house got flooded. Because of the floods.
I saw the
yes. Yeah. And then a week or two after that, I was back in the hospital again, migraines. So it was like a series of events happening and then I kept pushing myself. I'm like, I had started a thing where every Friday I was releasing music, it all. I had to bring it down and say, okay, I can't do all this if I'm dead. Let me focus first on health. Right now, if you see me like this, me na BN, tunaendana hivi. Bald head. Bald-headed.
You go like, when what happened?
Yeah. So part of the treatment, I went to 15 hospitals. Kila mtu alikuwa anasema tu, try take this. When you feel a headache coming, do this. Put ice, put hot water. It was not working. So finally I found someone who offered me a treatment plan that was taking me about a month and almost 2 months. But the treatment plan ilikuwa 2 weeks. So ulikuwa unaenda off kabisa for 2 weeks. Just take time, anakutibu, anafanya kila kitu. Alafu you come back and slowly recuperate in a month's time. So that's what I did. And it's been a month since I've been back, maybe a month and some weeks. And I'm glad that Fire is the first song that that has come out because I've not had a headache. Sijui one headache since then at all. Yes.
Aki isha kabisa. We want you back fully.
I'm back.
Kabisa.
I'm back kabisa.
So Kezz, how is motherhood? So you and your kid, you bond so well. You're a mom, a pretty mother. Yeah, how is motherhood?
Motherhood is great. One of the best gifts of my life. Yes, my baby is wonderful. I'm doing something called present parenthood, where I make sure that I am with her a lot. She's now grown. She's in grade 4. So she goes to school about until like 4 p.m. in the evening. So I barely see her during the week. But I try to be there with Nairobi. Si unajua venye ukisema mwachani asubuhi akitoka home anatoka 7. Jioni akifika ni 4, maybe wewe hujafika home. By the time unafika home analala ni 7 ndio aweze kuamka 7. So no, I had gone for a while kama tumegongana na hiyo. But I found a perfect balance sahi. Hakuna bedtime inanimiss. Lazima nikuwe pale, ni unahakikisha ameoga, amevaa, tucheze, nimsomee story, nimlishe, afurahi. My baby got be taken very well care of. Yeah. So she's enjoying it.
That's amazing.
Now better. She says these days, Mommy, I don't mind your job. It's not so bad. It doesn't take you away. Because you used to be mad. It's like, no, stop that job.
And you know, I always follow you and huyo mtoto wako kizungu kwani anasoma wapi? Jue? Hey.
Huyo sijui kizungu ilitoka wapi Trudy. Alikuwa nayo hata kabla ile shule.
Utadhani mtoto ataishi Kenya.
Nitamleta siku moja. You need to meet her. Yeah. Well, not here, but you meet her. She has a wonderful spirit. Yeah. She's a really great girl.
Some of the maybe challenges that you've gone through taking care of your daughter as a mom as well, you know. Najua lazima kuna vitu umepitia, si rahisi.
Yeah. But I think one of the biggest ones is being a single mom. Thank you. Being a single mom, balancing. Because that means you're the provider, you are mom, you are dad, you are also her friend. I'm also her friend. So we also do those extra activities together. But I think the biggest one has been that balance.
Okay.
Yes. Balancing everything together. Yes.
Okay.
And work. Remember, I'm not just Mama Kim. She's Kim. I'm also DJ Kezz.
Yeah.
I'm also Kezia. Out here, I'm also a businesswoman. So there's things I'm doing other than that. So balancing everything together to make sure she gets the biggest percentage of it. And still, hizi vitu zingine zisianguke has been the biggest challenge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, that niulize hii lazima watu wataka kujua. Kids saizi akona mtu nini unaona pale mambo na relationship kidogo, and if yes ama bado your ideal man. Your ideal man, because there is a lady that I did an interview with. She's also a single mom, and she was like, yo, me can't get married to someone who is below 40 years. If 40 years and above 50 years, mimi I can't do watu wa below. So wacha tusikie Kezz anatuambia yeye yako wapi.
My ideal man. Oh my God. First of all, no, I am not dating right now.
Okay.
I am doing something called celibacy until marriage. So no sex until marriage.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, dating, no sex. So as of right now, I am not. No.
Okay.
Yes.
But you are dating?
No.
You're not?
Not yet.
So umeiweka hadi lini? Una plan?
No, when I get somebody, yes, we will date.
Your ideal man. Uko pale, someone is watching it, but me kutaka watu wengi usema I'm talking because kuna watu sema udemu kwa type yangu ni mali sana, but maybe wewe kwako is not your type.
No, I love somebody who has a connection with God.
Okay.
I like somebody who knows who is empathetic, who is kind, somebody who loves kids because I want to have more.
Okay.
Motherhood is great, as I said. I want to have more. I would love somebody who is hardworking. Yes, somebody who has a vision for the future that can blend with what the vision that I have for the future. I also would love somebody who is adventurous and playful and loves to read, and you can have nice intellectual conversations with them. What else am I forgetting? You also have to look good, bro.
I know.
And smell good.
Lazima.
That's true. Mfupi, mrefu, doesn't matter.
Hata kama ni mfupi kwako kwa sawa.
Mtatu.
Okay.
I'll carry the height for us.
Tutatumia height yako.
Tutatumia height yangu. Mdogo, mnono, mwembamba, it doesn't matter.
Bora hizo zingine.
Mimi niko na hizo. It's okay. Yeah.
Kezz, alafu what I know about industry. Kuna watu labda, I don't know if you've gone through this, maybe if you want to work with someone, kuna mtu anataka to take advantage of you, maybe ndo work na wewe ama ndo akusupport. I don't know if you've ever gone through such, like maybe you want to do even a collab with someone or maybe to work with someone, but as a lady mtu anakwambia yo si tuende hivi kidogo mahali ka treat nini hivyo, then if you maybe gone through such, unaweza tu share tuambie and how did you handle it?
Oh, definitely. Kwa hii industry hizi kosa. Kuna watu wenye wataka kufanya kazi na wewe ndio wakule something, you know. There's somebody who are looking for the cookie, so they think, and guess what? They are everywhere, even in the church. Even the gospel artists. There are people, because human beings are just human beings, right? So there are people who will want to collaborate with you. There's a song that I did, I won't mention names, but there's a song I did with a certain artist. Tulienda kwa studio tuka record song. It was a very nice song, and then we were planning a video for it. Then they started talking about, oh, we should, you know, hook up one time, you know, celebrate our video, our song that's gonna come out soon. I'm like, celebrate how you see, you know, maybe, you know, we can, you know, I'd love to have you, blah blah. Yes, that direct.
Gospel
yes,
okay.
That direct. You know, and I'm like, okay, so this means you are okay doing that video because of that. Alafu ikafika, I said no, of course. When I said no, hiyo video itaifanyika mpaka leo, na hiyo song haiwezi waitoka.
Ilienda hivyo.
Imeenda hivyo.
So watu wanataka though ni vitu ziu happen.
Trudy zimekuwa happening mara ngapi? Thank
mingi
you.
Hata nanyimwa interview nanyimwa mpaka deals.
Utanyimwa. Kuna watu wenye inafika mahali msee anasema this is very sad because there is a gospel artist who until today says if DJ Kezz is going to be in the same event as me, I am not going. And then he takes advantage of that because he is a bigger artist than me. He's a bigger name than me. So me normally zikifika hapo naambia tu client, bro, wewe make your decision, that's okay. Najua either way, I'm not doing this for me, this I'm doing for Christ. So aina mambo mengi. Yeah. Wow. Yes. So mpaka deals tunatolewa kwa sababu hiyo.
I know. Mimi kwanza nimenyimwa deal mingi sana juu ya hiyo story. But it's fine, no problem. It's fine, right? So Kezz, ukiangalia because people give up.
Yeah.
Mtu anaweza anza kitu kama music nini afike mahali aseme yo mimi give. But what has really kept you in this industry as a lady who's really doing good and unakutana na vitu mingi trolls pale social media but you still there?
Yeah.
What is that one thing that has really kept you going?
Sometimes I want to give up, truly. Because I do this for ministry. I love what I do. I know it's a calling that God has given me, and that's one of the biggest pushes that I have. It's so sad when that is turned into something negative, especially because I'm not in this for the money. Like, I wish people know that. It's not for the money. If it were for the money, I'd not be here. I've probably spent more than it will ever give me ever in my life. But it makes me feel so sad because thankfully for me, I have the backbone to hold the trolling.
Okay.
But there are artists I see who are trying, and those stones, that unnecessary stones that are thrown their way, zinawavunja. Mtu anaweza kuwa aliwekwa hiyo calling ndani yake na God, lakini nyinyi ndio mnammaliza. You will have to pay for it yourselves. So I think one of the things that has really helped me is constant prayer. I'm always praying to God. I'm like, you call me for this. Don't make me fail. Don't make me give up. Don't let me listen to the outside world more than your voice. Let me keep I do my best to keep rooted in him because that is where my sustenance comes from. And I think that's the only way I'm here today. Otherwise, ningekuwa nime give up kitambo sana. Ningeachana nayo. And it's not just even in singing, because I've been doing singing for only 2 years. I've been doing like DJing for way longer, like 4 years. Ningekuwa niku give up, ningekuwa nimeachana nayo kabisa, nimeendelea na life.
And maybe still on the negativity side about maybe your kid, because ni mtoto anaweza soma comments, anaweza ona at some point maybe huwa anakuuliza mom, mbona huyu anakutusi, mbona anaandika hivi au mbona anaandika hivi.
Hawezi soma comments. Hawezi.
Okay. So haijawahi mkuta ati angalia sema.
No, she has her own like phone, tablet, but it's not connected to social media.
Oh, okay.
So she has no access to that. And I will, I think I'll keep it like that for a while.
Okay.
Until she can be at the age where I can give her clear explanation to that. She goes out sometimes, and when we're out, she meets people who are like fans. Because she does her own thing on social media as well. But hana hiyo crazy ya social media kwa akili yake. She does it for fun. So I hope that when that day comes and I get to have that explanation and that conversation with her, it's bad that the first thing you have to tell your daughter about social media is you have to take care, don't listen to other people, oh, this is a poisonous space and whatever, if you allow it. But I think that's a very important conversation to have with her. You know.
And there is I think it was ile time ulikuwa invited Kissy Festival. There is something I was training about you, sijui how you dress or what.
Yes. My Pathfinder's uniform.
Yeah. Like how did you take it? Because ilikuwa unaingia hivi TikTok pala sijui, I'm like, what's wrong with her dress? What's wrong with her? Mimi unajua sasa mimi niko zile za nini ni mbaya.
I know. Aki sijui wanataka nivaje sasa at this point.
Sikuona shida. Honestly speaking, mimi sikuona shida.
I think it's the thing about not being kept in a box. That's not something people can do to me. So inauma. So normally there is a box that people create. You have a box that you create for yourself where you the identity that you carry of your own, and it will not match with mine. So some things I will do will not match yours. So some things I do, some clothes I wear, even this, you will find somebody who will say, oh, ameraruliwa nguo, miguu ragged kwa nini, you know. And I think it gets worse when it gets to the Christian space. But hiyo siku mimi sikuwa nimevaa in any, I was actually in my church uniform, in my church club uniform. But nilipigwa left, right and center properly. I think, as I said, it's the same thing as the collaboration I've done with Obinna. That reaction is the same thing that happened when I went to DJ at the Kezz Festival. We want to keep God. Mbona tusiende tukahubiri kwenye watu wanahitaji kweli hiyo word?
Yeah, because God ako kila mahali. You need to spread love.
Uliona venye watu walikuwa na vibe kwa hiyo video. People were
they were so
singing.
Happy, they were dancing.
People are still calling me until today saying, Kezz, please come to our town. Come do something here. We need to attend.
People don't see the positive side. Wanapenda kuangalia kitu tu kadogo ndo watarani nako.
Yes. So hiyo uniform ndio ilileta shida. Ni uniform yangu. Mimi ni master guide wa the Adventist Church. Hiyo ni uniform navaanga nikienda kanisani ama nikienda shughuli za kikazi. So there nilikuwa shughuli za kikazi. So watu hawakufurahia, but ni sawa. Mimi nilifurahia.
Ulifurahia na watu wengine
walifurahia.
And most of people knew you through DJing. And maybe do you think at some point kuna venye umerelax kidogo inside ya DJing? Why?
Intentionally too. Yeah, because I think I was trying to build on this other side.
Okay.
And as I said, finding a balance took me a while. Yeah, but it's still something I still do. It's just I don't do it online as often as I used to. Yeah. But I think it's something I'll bring back.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
When?
Soon. Expect it soon.
Okay.
Yes.
Amazing. You work with Msanii Music Group.
Yes.
How is it right now? It's like mmekawia kidogo bila kutoa ngoma, and also niliona comment watu wakisema kama Kezz amejitoa kidogo, anataka kufanya kazi yake pale, afocus na muziki wake. I don't know if you still there ama ulijitoa.
I love the Msanii Music Group. Those are my people, my heart people. So in Msanii Music Group, we have two kinds of members. We have associate members and we have active members.
Okay.
Right now, DJ Kezz is not an active member. That means I do not take part in maybe video shoots, video recordings, going for these ministries as often as I used to. If I want today and go back home,
Yes,
because home,
it's home.
Msani is home, and do a song and sing in one of the, I will. It's home, you know. But right now I'm just an associate member, and many others, you know. Yes.
But bado kwa hapo haja quit.
Mi ni msanii damu, damu kabisa. Ni watu wangu wa roho.
Years, let me say 3 years, and right now, what can you say about yourself as Kezz, as DJ Kezz?
Yeah.
What do you have to say about yourself?
Oh, I've grown. I've grown a lot, and especially into the person that I want to be. I'm very proud of the woman I am today. Of the skin on my back. I am proud of the accomplishments that we have had to do for the name of Christ. I feel like people have been enjoying the music, have been creating more and more, and I love that. You know. The impact that we are giving into the society is massive. I don't say a lot about that, but we are still doing, my team and I are still doing a lot to continue transforming the communities that we are in. And there will be more we'll be doing. But I'm very, very proud of the woman I have become. Yes.
Amazing. I'm proud of you as well.
Thank you, my girl. Thank
and now
you.
we have a young lady, single mom, upcoming, let's say, gospel artists, DJs who watch you, and others maybe they're watching for the first time.
Yes.
Some they're like, yo, I feel like giving up. Mimi kama single mom nimechoka, I don't know how to go about this, vitu kama hizo, cause watu fika mahali unapata mtu anasema mimi na feel like nimechoka kabisa. But you've been here and una balance muziki, motherhood as well, hizi vitu zinakwanga tools ziko and everything. Just a word of encouragement to them. And also wale pia ma DJ unataka kuwa DJ, musician, yani hiyo tu encouragement from you.
For the single mothers, if there is one thing you can't do is give up. Because you're all your baby's got.
Yeah, true.
You cannot. Don't look at social media for a reflection of who you should be as a mother. Look at yourself. It could be as little as making sure your baby has a meal at the end of the day, or goes to school clothed, or they have a roof over their head.
True.
That is your success. Usiangalie ile ya DJ Kezz imeng'ang'ana. Kitu huwezi jua ni kuna siku moja DJ Kezz na mtoto wake waliishi kwa slum, kwa nyumba ya 500 bob ya matope.
Mtu haizi jua.
Huwezi jua?
Hatuwezi jua, tunaona mna glow saa hii unaona ni kama tuwezi.
Hiyo time nilikuwa nataka kugive up mbaya sana. But nilikuwa najua nikigive up mtu yeye atabakia na shughulikiwa na nani. So we can't. So just push a day at a time. Do your best at a day. Your best, not anybody's best.
True.
Yours. Do your best every day for that baby. She will thank you one day. And just love your baby and just love yourself. You know. That is for single moms. And if you need help, ask for it. Yeah. I know it's not easy right now.
Yeah, true.
It's not, but ask for help if you need it. I hope you have a community around you that can support you as well. Being a single mother is not an easy thing. Being a single dad is not an easy thing, you know. But I know you got it. You can do it. That's why God gave you that baby. Angekupea kama hakuwa anafikiria utaweza.
Kabisa. And I think kuna hii swali mkaribu nisahau. Have you ever gone through depression?
I have.
And how did you handle it? Because I know kuna watu go through a lot, depression, nini, but
yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I've been depressed before. I was medically, it was medical, actually mpaka nikapewa dawa. This was in 2021. And it was because of the trolling. It was worse back then because back then nilikuwa nimetoka kwa secular. Unakumbuka nilikuwa secular DJ?
Yeah.
Alafu 2020 nikaanza ku DJ gospel. Watu wa church wakanifanya ile kitu. So every time I'd go online I'd find messages of wewe ni malaya, rudi huko kwenye umetoka. Sorry. Like the worst of words you could ever think about. I've been called Illuminati, I've been called agents of Satan. And that time, the things that let me call it a brand, what my brand was doing at that point was we were using this platform ya DJ kujenga church.
Yes.
There were people who were saying I was money laundering, and you could see every day. So that trolling became really bad. It went from people trolling me to the projects I did, to my past, mpaka ikafika kwa mtoto wangu. How I'm a single mother, people were saying, sasa huyu anafaa kurepiwa tena. It was bad. I couldn't do it. I didn't have this thick skin. Na guess what? Nikiwa tu kwa dunia kwa secular, kuna mtu alikuwa ananiulizanga nini? Nilikuwa tu na amani yangu. So nilikuwa najiambia, na nimekuja huku kwa Mungu kufanya jui ni nini. But we kept on. I thank God. That went on for nearly 6 months, actually, where I was on medication. And I think after medication is not it, I had to change my mindset. As I've said, for as long as you are okay, yourself, your conscience, your heart, your mind, you are comfortable with who you are yourself, you should not care about the outside.
True.
You shouldn't. You can't please everybody. Kuna watu watakuchukia, kuna wale watakupenda bure tu. Na hiyo ni normal ya maisha.
Kabisa. Hadi interview tunaweza enda hata 2 hours. Acha nimalize light is tuzimie. So do you think some of people don't go to church because of how church people are so judgmental? Like yani kuna vitu tu mingi unapata mtu anasema kama church kuko hivyo acha nikae kwa nyumba.
Hata mimi niliacha kwenda church kwa sababu hiyo.
Okay.
I didn't go for 4 years because of that. Because hiyo judgment hiyo na ni wengi. Wacha sasa wenye waendi church, wenye wanawatch online, kuna watu hadi wamejamia God, wameacha kabisa kubelieve in God kwa sababu ya vinyangarika zinaongea vibaya ati nani agents wa God. No. I like to say this. It is important right now for you to realize that anybody mwenye tuseme ameenda church amefeel hivyo, hao tu ni human beings kama wewe. Imagine pia hao wanatafuta tu safari ya kwenda mbinguni pia wao. Ni venye wamekuwa appointed or let's say appointed kukua kwa hiyo space. But wewe hauhitaji a human being kwa connection yako na God. Unahitaji tu wewe maombi yako direct to God. Yeah.
I hope umesikia. I want you to talk to Obinna. Just a message to Obinna, and then utaniuliza swali. I'll allow you to ask me a question as well. Yes, if you have 1 or 2 questions, that's fine. But talk to Obinna.
Kuna swali nilikuwa nimekuuliza huku nijibu. So anyway, talk to Obinna.
Yes.
I said this to him during the interview that I had at his show, but let me say it again. Let me commend him in a big way for going above and beyond to help people. We know, most of us know just of them of Facebook mwenye amemsaidia, but we know, I personally have met a lot of people in his team when I went there who he has changed their life with what he's doing.
Yes.
With his heart, with his mentality, with his energy, and even with the push that he is having in his career right now. A lot of people in spaces like that take advantage of people. This has happened to me before. But seeing him do the right thing and stand by these people the right way, may God bless you, Obinna. Thank you for changing those people's lives. And never forget, never lose that part of yourself. Keep holding on strong. That's where your blessing is coming in from.
True.
Keep holding on to that.
Yeah.
Don't change the person you are, man. Keep helping people. Yeah. And thank you for fire, bro. This Fire is fire.
It's
Thank you.
firing.
It was a wonderful opportunity working with you, and I hope we get to work again soon, as the people have requested.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Hi.
Trudy, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Trudy,
Yes.
when will the cows are lili and the cows pee pee pee? Wait, it's the cows moo 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 and the women are lili and the cows pee pee pee. When am I being a bridesmaid? Nimengoja.
Umengoja sana.
Na ni mabeshi zangu wote.
Niseme, nisiseme.
Sema.
Jamani, sasa siwacha tu nikwambie behind the camera.
Yeah, no. No, hii interview
Niseme
yangu
hapa?
si imekuwa hapa yote.
God willing next year. Yeah.
Guys,
Kwanza kutafuta
director hapa niwekea lili momomo na pipipi. Yeah?
Yeah.
Amen. We're praying about that.
Amen.
Swali yangu ya pili. Do I go there?
Just go.
I go there.
Yes, please. Mimi hata sijui ni nini unauliza. Ask.
Okay. I know you have spoken about this.
Yeah.
But and this is something you went through when you're coming up as well.
Yeah, true.
How does it make you feel that somebody who was once somebody you held as a mentor, even with how much you've done for this industry, still considers you an upcoming anyway, how does that make you feel? The conversation that Eve had at that interview, how does that make you feel?
With commentator.
Yes.
Honestly speaking, I felt so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Because she used to tell me that kitambo when I was starting. But right now, I've really pushed myself. Paka sasa time na celebrate 100K, bado mtu ananiita upcoming. I felt so bad, but no problem. It is well. One day I'll be at the top. Let me keep
you are
pushing.
at the top.
Let me keep pushing. Yeah, naona bado mimi upcoming. It's fine. Hiyo ni vile naona. But I felt so bad, and that is being disrespectful. She disrespected me. Yani, I think aliona tu kanini sasa. She's nothing, but it's fine. Yeah, ipo siku. Mi huwa nasema, as long as I'm pushing myself and I have God, one day God will come through for me and I'll be. Maybe sijui, but hata was hiyo kitu iliniuma sana by the way.
Yeah.
Hit. Yeah.
How would you have preferred that to go?
I think she's someone who is ahead of me, and I love what she's doing. She shouldn't have said that. Kitu moja maybe angeniita tu, aniite tu aniambie, ama she could have called me, ama aniite tu mahali we talk about it, but hakuna vile utakuja mpaka kwa show unaanza kusema ati upcoming, vitu kama like yo, that was so wrong, but if it makes, kama ilimfurahisha,
Yeah.
wacha endelee.
Yeah.
Yes, if it makes her happy, then that's fine.
Okay.
Maybe that is where she hata sitaki kuongelea but ni sawa.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that happened to you when you were new.
I really went through a lot when I
Yeah.
started, and it's because of her. I didn't want to talk about it, but yani that I don't know.
Yeah.
One day
Yeah.
she will come maybe at some point atakuja afikirie na aseme I did bad.
Yeah.
And I siwezi wish mtu mwingine apitie what I went through when I was starting.
Yeah.
That's why mimi anyone who comes to me and today I'm starting this and that, I don't put myself in that category of people who are sijui at 100. I always associate with anyone, whether you have 5 subscribers, whether you have 100 subscribers, because what I went through was tough. Yeah. I went through hell. Sana. So
sorry about that.
Wengine wamejoin maybe YouTube juzi, they don't know what I went through. So hata zingine wapata naongea hivyo nasema, oh, you want to put someone down, sijui what, sijui nini, but they don't know, they have no idea of what I went through when I was starting because of her. So mimi nikimwacha anasema story na upcoming sijui nini nashangaa sana, like she has to accept that siwezi kuja hapa niongee kitu hakuna. Hata zingine niko na evidence. So,
with an apology, sort things out.
Yeah, because that is what we should do. We need each other. You never know what tomorrow holds. Unaweza kuwa chini leo, kesho. Maybe huyo mtu ako chini ndo atakusaidia. Maybe huyo mtu ako juu still. So we need each other. Yeah, that's why I used to respect her. I respected her brand. Ungenipata tina mkosa ama nini. Hata ile time alikuwa ananipush. Nilikuwa nasonga tu na nyamaza. I never said anything. For the past 2 years I've never talked about it. But I had to share it. Ndo nitoe tu kwa roho. Na pia kuoneshana kuwa I was telling people maybe who've just started, never give up, no matter what you're going through. That was my message actually. Me sharing it, I was like, don't give up, no matter what. Hata mtu akufanyie nini, usiwahi give up. Because it's not even this space ya content creation peke, even artists,
it's everywhere.
Comedians, they go through such. But if you give up now, that means unazima nyota. Keep it up, endelea kupush no matter what. Keep going.
I hope you'll find it in your heart to forgive her.
I hope so.
I hope you will. You will be okay. I know you. You are. Oh, brave. I'm sorry. Okay. Can I pray with you about it? Okay. Father Lord, I want to thank you this evening for Trudy, my dear friend. I'm sorry for what she had to go through. I want to thank you because I know there is nothing that happens under this sun that you do not allow and that you do not use for our benefit. This pain that she's feeling right now, I ask, Father Lord, that you cover her with your wings, you comfort her, you give her strength, and you ease on the pain in her heart, Father. There is nothing that you're not unable to do. I want to ask you, Jesus, that you also allow them, Father, to sort this thing out. And Father, Lord, I want to pray that you give her strength. Thank you, Father, because she has come so far. She's a strong woman. She has pushed herself beyond any limits that has been put in front of her, including this one. And Father, Lord, as forgiveness is the first thing that we do as Christians, as people who love you, I pray you help her so that she can achieve it, even if it's for her own heart. She's lovely, she's wonderful. And Father, I know you have wonderful things ahead for her in the future. Father, take control, bless her life. Keep raising her above any limits, Father Lord. Take her over the mountains for your glory, so that one day we can sit and wonder at how one day we were down and now we are up. Thank you, God, for her. Thank you for her brand. Keep praising her, Father. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm sorry, babe. Okay. Can we end it? Yeah. Thank you, guys. This is Trudy Kitui YouTube channel. We'll see you guys soon. Bye. Bye.